So is that sort of where her focus is? Is it Victoria, the Graysons? Is that still the number one on the list this year?
Yes, definitely. But, you know, there are always things getting in her way. And we'll start to see some of our main players really questioning her as well, and her questioning herself, really. I mean, how far are you willing to go? I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? And I mean, she'll go far.
I haven't asked them where he actually has been, but he went away. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went away and just sort of, I guess, did some math on what Emily did to his life. In doing the math, he's realized that if he gets his revenge, he will not be able to be in his child's life, I think, is sort of what the conclusion he's arrived at. So he, in favor of loving his child, he's given up on justice.
The most anticipated thing is to see, how, you know, Jack has reacted to this. Now, they haven't seen each other since this big reveal. He basically took Carl away, and I suppose she's just been waiting to have that first encounter to see where he's at. I don't think she or anybody would expect him to have anything but anger toward her, and she has nothing but guilt, really. So it's interesting to see them on this kind of, I don't know, it's just so not Jack and Emily, but that's what kind of makes it great. We're starting out the season and there's all these new dynamics.
I start working with Charlotte more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's interesting. She's the dynamic becomes kind of I don't know. He starts to be somewhat fatherly, but brotherly, but you know, just kind of protecting her.
No one has to worry about a romance there yet, right? It's
No.
I think as soon as you say that, you guys are gonna worry.
Oh God, no! You shouldn't even. You're awful for even having said it.
Literally, less clothes is what you've. I think your quote to me was "slutty Nolan." Elaborate.
Yeah, on the Nolan sluttiness of it all. Yeah, it's been. You know, I feel like in a show like Revenge, it's nice to take advantage of the cast members we have, and I think the situations that we come up with and the idea of playing with sexual manipulation as a tool in our arsenal for revenge, and I think as a result of that. I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Nolan's love interest. Nothing good ever happens with people that get involved with Nolan. So I'm hoping that this year people may be able to avoid that curse, although I doubt it. Nolan, Nemily, what have you. Yeah, it's like a house on fire, like Mason Treadwell's house on fire. Yeah, literally.
It's hard to play those scenes because I'm just constantly playing a lie. And then you see her with Aiden and you see her with Jack, and very different relationships, both very, very deep, loving relationships, sort of like, well, who's it going to be? And I think as the season progresses, you start to see that she really does make a choice, and I think she makes the right one. You know, and well, for now anyway, you know, everything gets messed up on this show.
You know, she does some pretty questionable things and some really, really questionable things. And then the relationship starts to, I think, come episode 2, 3, it really begins to fray somewhat. And he realizes that maybe this isn't what he really wants, and maybe he wants to just focus on his career and be happy. The relationship isn't a happy one.
Love. Yeah. I think I don't know what that was. That was my bad attempt at some like disco porno music. Yeah. There's a whole lot of loving going on this year. There's a whole lot of love.